somebody who maybe wasn't either alive or conscious at this time sees a video like this and literally thinks we had the film quality of a toaster. Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more book and music, mostly Taylor Swift related content. As most of you know, I have been going through it, but this week has been probably the best week so far within this war that my family is in. It's not that things are actually getting better. I mean, my family's town has been very fortunate in comparison to the towns around it, and it seems like every day it's just kind of a matter of, is this good luck going to continue? If I look tired and like I've been chewing on my lip a lot, I mean, yeah, I am tired and I've been anxious, but overall today I feel pretty good. It's been a weird experience because I've been sharing my thoughts on this, my family's story, just lighthearted things to get people going through the same thing, to have a good laugh on my TikTok account. I now have more followers on TikTok than I do on YouTube, which is such a weird feeling because I've been doing YouTube for like 2 years now. But with that recognition, there also comes like really awful people, which has been something I've had to adjust to quite quickly with YouTube. I never experienced really any hate or weirdos at all. I mean, it's a book and music Taylor Swift channel, so the core demographic really is just made up of good people, but when you start talking politics, which unfortunately that's what it is, even if it's literally a humanitarian crisis, some bots and other creatures start to come out of the woodwork. Go follow me on there if you'd like to keep up more often than just me and my intros of my weekly YouTube videos. I'm going to put a link down in the description to a service called Gifts for Ukraine. My family and I have been using this for a few years now to send gifts to our family in Ukraine. However, they now are doing a service where you can buy a package of basic food essentials, and you don't get to pick where it goes, but they will send that to whoever is in most need of these sorts of supplies. A huge issue that is happening right now is towns that are under Russian control but aren't necessarily being bombed so much, such as my family's town. The main issues are not directly life-threatening things. It's things like finding food, finding medication, being able to just sustain yourself in general. No one I know has been injured physically or harmed or even had damage to their property. I've been really grateful for that, but it's just been a tough time. My family hasn't had gas in over a week, and it's pretty cold there still. Sometimes they lose power. Their internet has been completely gone for a while, but we're still able to call them. So yeah, it's just a matter of trying to get food to them. I really want to try to advocate for a Berlin airlift. I think that's what it's called, where you drop like food and medical supplies in and stuff. But of course, I'm sure NATO would feel that Putin would be threatened by that, unfortunately. If you guys come across any petitions that are advocating for that though, please feel free to send them my way. I will amplify them on all of my platforms. I feel like we've come together to try to ban Russian oil, no-fly zone, all of those things. I feel like maybe a Berlin airlift is more feasible, but nobody's really talking about it. We need to coordinate more. Anyways, I appreciate all of your good wishes. It's really what's keeping me posting during this time, because if it was just all negative people, I would have to take a break from the internet just for my own well-being, I'll be honest, but reading the nice comments is really uplifting to me. So I'm going to continue for now. I feel like I'm in a good mental state. Today, I'm going to be ranking every single Taylor Swift music video. This is an endeavor. I mean, there's not quite as many music videos as I originally thought. I have been a Swiftie since 2006, so I was familiar with everything. I didn't have to go back and rewatch every single one. Some stuff from the earlier years, I definitely did have to. So I'm just going to be using my own little tier ranking. I will leave the link down in the description if you want to fill it out yourself. I'm excited to be focusing on something very lighthearted. I really like that my YouTube and TikTok have become kind of two different niches, because I can go on there about the more serious stuff in my life and then come on here and literally just talk about media. Also, if you enjoy my t-shirt, here's a full image of what it looks like. I will link the Etsy shop down in the description. I ended up wanting to buy this when Taylor was doing her re-release of Lover merch drop in the beginning of February, but that stuff is expensive. You know, AdSense money is not that good these days. And also I didn't want to have to wait as long as everybody else. And also I have seen a lot of mistakes happen with her merch shipments. So I went ahead and just supported a Swiftie Etsy shop. I'm so pleased with this shirt. I can't wait to do a photo shoot in it for my Instagram. But yeah, I highly recommend. Okay, so here is my little ranking list. It's very basic. Sorry, today has been a good day, but occasionally it is very much just doing the bare minimum what needs to be done. So I have amazing, good, okay, forgettable, and big bad. I don't know why it got interesting towards the end there. Okay, first we have Tim McGraw. The song was an amazing thing for her, but her earlier videos are probably just gonna rank lower for me unless it was something extremely iconic. Tim McGraw, probably okay. Another thing I find a little bit bothersome about her earlier videos is the effects that were used. Her skin was so weirdly airbrushed in every single video. Teardrops on my guitar. Okay, I think this one was better. It had some dialogue in it, which was kind of funny, but really not that bad, especially when you compare it to other ones. I think in the very beginning, Drew says to her, "Are you going to the game?" And she was like, "I was thinking about it." And he said like, "Oh, I'm taking this other girl," or something. And there's the whole chemistry lab thing where he distracts her and her little vial explodes or whatever. I think it's good. Our song. So this is the first Taylor Swift song I ever heard. God, that's crazy. That was before Fearless even came out. Okay, you know what? I really like this one because she literally looked like a Barbie doll in it. Probably good. Shit. Now that I think about it, I love so many of her newer music videos. Am I gonna have to drop everything down a tier? I think I am. I don't think about Tim McGraw music video that much. I am afraid it is forgettable. Okay, we're just gonna move those down. Online. Okay, so a lot of people may not know this. I actually didn't. Taylor was a backup dancer for the Brad Paisley music video for his song Online. It's actually not a bad song. It's a really interesting hook because it's like, I'm so much cooler online. It's funny. She shows up towards the end, I think with Kelly Pickler, and he's just kind of singing in there, like kind of doing like background vocals, but I don't think they actually recorded any. I mean, Taylor's not in it enough. Forgettable, I guess. I didn't even know about it, and I'm someone who's been around since 2006. I'm only me when I'm with you. Okay, so this was a very strategic video that I believe was really just to give her more of an image of like the quirky girl next door type thing. It's a lot of her dancing around. I think she does like a shot of whipped cream into her mouth, and she doesn't realize that she's being recorded, and it's this like cute moment of like, oh my god, I didn't know anybody was looking at me. It was a moment of its time. I'm probably gonna put it below Online. I just feel like there are way better ones. I do really appreciate that we got those behind the scenes videos though. Okay, Picture to Burn. Oh my god. Okay, this is pretty iconic. That first dialogue piece in the beginning has kind of gone viral on TikTok, and people are recreating it like, oh my god, she's driving the truck. He never let me drive the truck. Okay, that's tempting because like she's setting things on fire. Her bandmates are setting things on fire. I'm just gonna stick it right here. I'm hesitant until we get to the newer ones. Okay, should have said no. Okay, this was literally just that one performance. I forgot where it was. It was an amazing performance. I love her costume change type thing going on, but I feel like Should Have Said No deserved a lot better. This was the first song I ever learned to play on the guitar. It's forgettable. I definitely don't think people picture this when you say Should Have Said No music video. I feel like people probably think, oh dang, what was that? And they don't realize it was literally just a live video. Bottom of forgettable. I don't think it's bad. It really deserved better though. Beautiful Eyes. Okay, I did not realize this one existed until the other day either. This is all footage from Taylor Swift's 18th birthday party, and it's so cute. I feel like I'm favoring this one a little bit more because I just discovered it. I need to try to not let that influence me though. I love that behind the scenes footage though. I'm so glad we got that. And I'm really happy to anybody watching this video who might not know it exists. Now you know. Ah, it's a cute concept to memorialize your 18th birthday, I think. I like the concept. Okay, it's gonna go in okay. Probably the bottom of okay. Change. Okay, I'm afraid this was literally just her and her band performing inside of a room that had very much like cabin-y Revolutionary War vibes. I remember as a child hearing this song and just tying it into like my history lessons of like whatever grade I was in, 4th or 5th grade. I think it really deserved better, especially with how relatable that song is. It could have told a very specific story, even though the lyrics are sort of generic. Not quite as disappointing as Should Have Said No though. Okay, yeah, right there. Love Story. Now this, yeah, I'm gonna put it in good for now. It's the best one so far. White Horse. This one is very conflicting to me because I don't like the concept of literally just her crying against that wall for forever. And I also find the dialogue incredibly cringy. However, her crying was very convincing. This was some really good acting. I mean, it is forgettable. I blend this with the Back to December video in my mind a lot. We looking really bottom heavy right now. Okay, Crazier. This was literally just the part from the Hannah Montana movie. Is it okay or is it forgettable? It's not something I forget happened, but it's just not that interesting. It's forgettable. I can't lie to myself. It's just gonna go right there. You Belong With Me, another amazing one. I think I like You Belong With Me more than I like Love Story. I just think it was such a product of its time in the best way. I know it has very N-Log energy, but I love that trend that was happening at the time of just having the same girl in different wigs. Very Hannah Montana, very Girlfriend Avril Lavigne. And also you have to think about how iconic that holding up a sign between the two houses thing was, and how that is still a reaction meme to this day. I think all of the concepts, all of the scenes served such a purpose. The Junior Jules shirt, how that made a comeback and Look What You Made Me Do, how often that's been recreated. It had a lot of shining moments. I don't think Love Story has as much relevancy to today. It's just more of a very nostalgic, cute moment for her fans and recreation of the traditional story of Romeo and Juliet, of course. Okay, The Best Day. Okay, this was cute. I think it did what it needed to do. This was probably okay. I mean, it's nothing unpredictable. I do think anything other than home videos probably would have been a bad call for this. It's more the song itself that is so good, more than the music video. Probably the bottom of okay. Okay, 15. A lot of people have issues with this one because of the CGI. I have issues because she is really not accurately showing us what types of necklines you can wear to school and not get in trouble. I actually don't mind the CGI. I'm pretty sure I saw an interview somewhere where they were saying they really didn't want to shoot it in a high school because that is the most predictable thing to do. They kind of shot it in a high school anyways, but the CGI kept it interesting. I understand what they were going for there. You have to keep in mind how long ago this was. Also, my main problem with it is the bridge where she sings about Abigail, and there's a scene that cuts to Abigail in the car with that guy, and it's hard to look at. I do really like that she included Abigail in it though. Probably that's the bottom of okay. I have some beef with it, but you know, I do like what they were trying to go for. It's just that coming up with an idea and actually executing it are two completely different things. Best Days of Your Life. This was a really fun video. It's a Kelly Pickler song that Taylor actually wrote with her. Taylor sings backup vocals on it. This is so fun. I mean, it's a product of its time as well. Probably just under Teardrops on My Guitar. 2 is better than 1. So this is a duet she did with Girls Like Boys. This is not a very good video. Also, Taylor's not in it, so that really sucks. It's very cliche. I mean, the song's kind of cliche. I feel like they could have done something way more visually interesting though. I feel like when you have a very cliche song that is just not going to be anywhere near the top of your discography, you should make a video that is very original, kind of like with Look What You Made Me Do. I would argue is one of her worst songs, but literally the best music video I have ever seen. Fearless. I don't like this one. It's a tour video and it's also edited in a really weird way that I don't appreciate because it makes everything look a lot worse quality than it actually was. I feel like somebody who maybe wasn't either alive or conscious at this time sees a video like this and literally thinks we had the film quality of a toaster, when in reality there were ways to make high quality videos. It's just that they chose to edit it in a silent film sort of aesthetic. That's really disappointing, especially for the title track that is so iconic to this day. She never rectified those wrongs with Taylor's version for this video. Red sure got special treatment though. Yeah, this one is really disappointing. Half of My Heart. So I hate this, and I watched it for the first time probably ever in my life the other day, and I hate it. I like the melody. I like Taylor's voice. I'm mad Taylor's not in it, but also I'm really glad she's not in it because looking back on that would be even harder. I do really enjoy that John Mayer looks miserable most of the time for this. It's still bad. It's not a fun time. Mine. Okay, this was one of the best ones. I think it's even better than Love Story. I love all the different scenes. I love that it always cuts to her in that forest with the photographs hanging around her. That was a really cute idea. The whole wedding scene, the kids, that whole flash at the end, I think is amazing. Yeah, it really visually narrates the story in a satisfying way, similar to the All Too Well 10-minute version short film. Back to December. Okay, the only thing I like about this video is the fact that they had it snowing inside. It makes me think of It Rains in Your Bedroom. Everything's wrong. It rains when you're here and it rains when you're gone, except snow. I think that's kind of cute. But otherwise, oh my god, they could have done something so much more visually interesting. That's forgettable. I confuse it with White Horse a lot. I think White Horse is actually better because White Horse has some pretty good acting. I might put it below all of these though. It's really forgettable to me. Even this home video thing and this live performance thing are more memorable. Mean. Okay, I love this one so much. This is, oh my god. I love this. I love this. This is something that I didn't realize we should reference when we think about how long Taylor has been, if not openly, at least subtly advocating for LGBTQ rights. There is a small scene in this one, I wish they would have ran with it more, where there is a boy who is very interested in fashion and is definitely more feminine. He's getting picked on by like a whole team of football players, and by the end of the video, he is a successful, accomplished fashion designer. I love it so much. There's so many cute little storylines in this, and the 1920s aesthetic where it goes from this banjo type of shindig to full-on Art Deco performance on Broadway. The aesthetics are so beautiful. I love Taylor with that hair and that 1920s style. I think it suits her so well. That's better than mine. I think it's better than mine. The Story of Us. Okay, this was the dark academia style of my dreams, but I don't think it was that great. That outfit is also really iconic, especially when I did my Does Betty Take James Back video, and a bunch of comments said I look like what that outfit was supposed to be. me, which was not intentional and is so funny to me and also a compliment. It's okay. It's okay. Probably right around here. Yeah, it's cute. I enjoy it. Okay, this I appreciate more than Fearless because it was high quality clips from the Speak Now tour. I still don't think this is something people think of when you mention a Sparks Fly music video, though I feel like people probably just don't remember. It's gonna go down here. It's just a step up above Fearless because it is actually good quality. Okay, Ours was cute because it was like the whole military storyline. I like that she turns it into something else because it unfortunately is also very likely about John Mayer. So, you know, take that and twist it into something else. I appreciate that. Probably somewhere like here. Do I like the Story of Us more? Yeah, I do. I love the Dark Academia look, but this is also, this has its moment. I'm glad it was done. Safe and Sound. Oh my god, this is so spooky, ghosty, a little bit not risky, but definitely really different from anything she'd done before. She really embraced that spook. She's sitting on like a tombstone. It also makes me think of Folklore a lot, or Evermore, but spookier. I really like this aesthetic and I love the song. This is one of the most beautiful songs. Okay, just based on my opinion, I think it's better than everything in the okay tier. I just think it was so amazing that she branched out and wasn't afraid to get a little spooky, a little eerie. Her hair looked so good, and the way she's like running around barefoot. All the references to the Hunger Games, which the song was written for. I really enjoy it. I feel like a lot of people aren't going to agree with this. A lot of people don't realize there is a Long Live music video. It's actually a duet collaboration with Paula Fernandez, who has a beautiful voice. I had never heard of her before. It's unfortunate they didn't actually collaborate in the same room for this video, though. I feel like that could have been so interesting. I mean, it's forgettable, I'm not gonna lie, but it's kind of interesting. I like how they sound together. Probably just right in here. Both of us. Okay, this is kind of cute, but hard to remember. We are looking so bottom heavy. If we end up too bottom heavy by the end, I promise I'll move some stuff around. I love this song's message. I just don't think the music video was anything that surprising or interesting. Probably right here. We are never ever getting back together. Okay, wait. I think You Belong With Me isn't amazing. We are never ever getting back together. This is also amazing. Maybe. This is so fun. And that studio that she sings in is just of my dreams. God, can you imagine how much that costs to live in something like that in freaking New York? I assume is where it's taking place. Begin Again. Damn it. No, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together is still good. It wasn't anything that unexpected, I guess. Yeah, it's below mine too. And Love Story and Safe and Sound. Oops. Begin Again is right above We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. Above or below? Above. I think the landscapes are really beautiful. I Knew You Were Trouble. People might hate me for this. I think this is amazing. I cannot tell you the amount of times I rewatched this between the years of 2012. Did it come out? It came out in 2013. Literally the day it came out up until like 2014. I had such a phase of this song. Okay, 22 tops that though. That was such a fun video. Vanessa from Gossip Girl is in it. My god, my childhood. Highway Don't Care. Okay, so this is a song she did with Tim McGraw, I think. The whole video is essentially kind of a PSA to not text and drive. Do you remember how hard those campaigns went in the 2000s when texting first became a thing? I feel very old. People don't talk about that much now. It's kind of gone back to the drinking and driving sort of thing. Well, people use like voice to text now when they're driving, I think. Now, honestly, it's a serious issue of people Spotify shuffling and driving. We think we've evolved, but we don't really at all. It served its purpose. I don't think even Tim McGraw is in it. Maybe he is. I really like how it connects the song's hook to it though. Like the whole concept. I can't really remember the lyrics. I haven't heard this one too much. It's okay. I like what it did. Probably here. Everything Has Changed. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Probably around here. I might put it even with I Knew You Were Trouble. Red. So this was just footage from the Red tour. I think it needed to be done. Red had a lot of really iconic music videos, as we can see from my opinion. And what are you really gonna do for the song Red that hasn't been done before for another music video from that era, you know? It's really nice quality and it's a really good performance. I'm so mad I've never seen Taylor live at all, but I'm especially mad that I never got to see Red. Red was probably her best tour other than Reputation. I really enjoy watching this though. I actually do go back and look at this sometimes. Probably here. Okay, the last time. Oh my god, more freaking tour footage. This could have been so fun because it was a duet, so you have another person and I think it can be a little more interesting. Some dialogue maybe, but they just decided to use more tour footage. It was a good performance, but not nearly as cool as Red. Probably right here. Okay, next we have Shake It Off. I'm in love with this one. The dancing is so fun, the different styles of dancing, the way she snuck all her fans into that place and it was like a top secret thing. I think they called it Project Sparrow. Was that it? Not as cool as You Belong With Me, but very close. Okay, Blank Space, probably just right under that. That music video, oh my god. I just love that the music video is just as good as the song itself. The way she turned herself into this caricature of what the media made her out to be and even presented that visually in the video. I really respect her for that. And also I found it really funny that at the time there were people who like took it seriously, like, who were like, wow, so she's really embracing her crazy. It's like, do you not understand what satire is? Okay, style. Unpopular opinion, I actually really enjoy this one. Also, she found a man who looks more like Harry Styles than Harry Styles does, especially from certain angles. This was so sensual without being in your face. The pieces of glass she was holding, I think that was so cool. The little flashes to her in a field, on the beach, I think. It was just such a dream. It really kind of bridges some kind of connection between Wildest Dreams and Style for me when you look at the visuals for Style. Definitely not amazing, but pretty solid. Bad Blood, one of the best ones. So fun. Probably right there. Well, no, hang on. Is Blank Space better? No, this is what I also really appreciate about Bad Blood. I think Bad Blood is actually her worst song, but the music video, again, is one of her best. You take a really generic sounding song and you turn it into a visual experience. Wildest Dreams, I loved this one too. This one was so good. The aesthetic, the homage she paid to her grandmother Marjorie, probably right there. Above 22, Out of the Woods. I feel like this was mind-blowing to me at the time. It still is pretty good. Who am I kidding? I love the different environments she's in. The mud, the frost, the ocean, chased by wolves. I love the nature of it. Yeah, it's pretty good. New Romantics, so freaking disappointing. Tour footage, again, for New Romantics, one of the best songs you've ever written. This could have been such a cool, more grown-up, mature, intellectual, if you will, version of 22. God, this just deserves so much better. Probably the top of the worst category. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it was so disappointing at the time for this to be the New Romantics music video. It was the last single of the 1989 cycle, I believe. And what? Like, you're really gonna do this? It's a bonus track, first of all, when it's like one of the best songs, and you're gonna give it the live video treatment? I'm still mad about it. 1989 Taylor's version, please give us justice. I don't want to live forever. Okay, I know a lot of people really like the sexy aspects of this. I like how she looked and I liked her red lip, but other than that, I just don't think it's that interesting. I think Style is more interesting and explores similar themes of sensuality and making that very visually interesting to look at, but I Don't Want to Live Forever just doesn't do it for me. It's also a song written for a soundtrack, but unfortunately, I don't get a lot of subtle references to the actual film, such as with Safe and Sound. This was okay. Probably above Red. I mean, the aesthetic was nice, but that's about it. Look What You Made Me Do. Okay, the best one. Okay, Ready for It. I don't mind this one as much as other people do. The song definitely deserved better, but I like the lyric Easter eggs. They're burning all the witches is written on the stairs. Her outfit is cool. I like the concept. I like the anime references. Futuristic, cool plot. It just could have been done better. Probably right here, or maybe right here. Endgame. I don't know. It was a little underwhelming. The outfits were nice. I like the different locations. I just feel like I wanted something that was a little more iconic, more Bad Blood, more of a plot, I guess, maybe. It was cute. I don't mind it. Probably just a little better than Ready for It. Delicate. I really do like this one. It's fun. I found it very fun to rewatch it several times. Ugh, the dress was really iconic. I don't think it's that original of a concept. I mean, I like that she's like invisible to people and the dancing was fun, but also really not that original. I think she got into some trouble for taking that idea from some kind of perfume commercial. Like, it was very similar, almost to the point of a lawsuit. Of course, she was not the choreographer, but it deserved better. Delicate was a pretty good song and really vulnerable from Reputation, which was so abrasive. It was good. Like, it was pretty good on the higher end. I just think it deserved a little bit more. Delicate vertical version. This was just a fun little one-take thing. The only thing I really enjoy about this is that she later revealed that she painted her nails in colors that would reference what she would do next, the Lover Project. That was kind of fun. I mean, it's still forgettable though. It's just a quick little one-take vertical video of her like spinning around in a forest. It looks good though. It's fun there. Oh my god, babe. Her red hair, the kitchen scene, the office scene, every single outfit she wore. This was pretty freaking good. I'm so glad she put it on Red. Probably right here. No, because I think Style is better than Babe. Okay, wait, I need to reorder. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Me. I really loved this one. I thought it was so cool visually. The French in the beginning, the outfits. Brendan and Taylor are so fun to watch together. They're like both the same size. The cats. Oh my god, how can you not just adore this? I'm sorry, this was literally one of my favorite ones. This might show up in my top 3. I really hate that song though. Not hate, I just really don't prioritize it over much else. You need to calm down. Again, with not my favorite songs, but one of my favorite music videos. Such cool concepts. I don't think it was as good as Me. I think it shows up right there. I love the like Mom, I Am a Rich Man thing. The attention to detail is one of my favorites with this one. Lover, I also really enjoyed this one. Not an excessive amount. I mean, it's probably going to show up right here. Christmas Tree Farm. This came out on my birthday in 2019. I really like that it's not just a home video music video. It also has that little clip in the beginning of her riding in the car in black and white. I think that was a really nice transition into the actual song. I'm biased because it was my birthday, but it wasn't anything show-stopping. I just really appreciate it. I'm also a December-born, Christmas-loving Sagittarius, so I get it. The Man, unpopular opinion, I also freaking loved this one. This is what made me really get into cross-dressing. I saw Taylor Swift dress like a man one time, and I was like, that is all I want to do. This was exciting. I bet this was so fun to film. The dialogue was so fun. I think it's top 3. Cardigan. This was fun. I really like the aesthetic. It wasn't that like shocking or Easter eggy. Maybe here. Cardigan, the Cabin and Candlelight version. So this just had some cute little behind the scenes clips from the photo shoots, I think. It was cute. It's fun to watch. Probably here. Maybe that's a little high. I don't care. Endgame and Ready for It were pretty underwhelming. Willow. I liked this one more than Cardigan. I love the golden string storyline. Her playing the, is it the mandolin? So cute. I think there's a lot of really nice visual metaphors too. Probably just right above Cardigan, honestly. I mean, I view them as like part 2s to each other, but Willow's just a little bit more interesting, I think. Okay, the Best Day Taylor's version. I really like this. It might just be my nostalgia coming back, but I think it's even better than the original. It has behind the scenes photos from a time when Taylor is really not that open on social media. So I think that's what makes me love it even more, is she is someone who really keeps to herself these days, and for her to show all of this to us is more surprising than how it was for her to show us behind the scenes stuff back in the day. I think that's here. Renegade. Underwhelming, weirdly edited. Doesn't make me mad per se. Probably here. No, Back to December is better. Back to December needs to be a little higher. Just above Renegade. Okay, yeah. I Bet You Think About Me, another amazing one. So good. Why is it so good? I mean, this is newer, so there might be bias there. Just above Wildest Dreams. I also am intrigued to see just how many Easter eggs were in this, because obviously nothing has happened since Red Taylor's version, so there's a lot of Alice in Wonderland stuff going on. We'll see what happens with that, I guess. How metaphorical it actually is. I think Wildest Dreams might be better. That seems right. Okay, the Joker and the Queen. I didn't really like this one. I'm sorry. I had really high expectations because I loved Everything Has Changed so much, and I was so happy they were bringing back the original actors. I just did not get that same feeling of friendship from it, and also I love that they included that old screenshots of a text conversation they had back in like 2015 on Ava's phone, but I don't like that they didn't change it to make those new names rhyme, or they didn't just use the original screenshot and pretend it was Ed and Taylor that they were playing. They used their actual names and it didn't rhyme anymore, and I was confused. Maybe I'm just dumb, but the quirkiness of that text exchange was lost after they changed the rhyme. It makes no sense now, but that really bugged me. This was really underwhelming. I'm sorry. Probably just above Renegade. Okay, is that my ranking? I feel like I feel pretty good about this. This is very interesting to look at visually. Yeah, that is my full ranking. Feel free to rank all of this down below, or you can just maybe give me your top 5 favorite music videos and bottom 5 least favorite music videos. Thank you so much to whoever requested this video. This was a lot of fun and not as overwhelming as I expected it to be. I am very familiar with her videography. Ranking all of her songs is a much more challenging undertaking. But yeah, thank you guys so much for distracting me for a little bit from all the chaos going on, all the Putin bots on my TikTok, if you will. Feel free to leave any requests down below. I love hearing your guys' ideas. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow me on my TikTok, it is right here. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, that is right here. I will see you all next week for another video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye, guys.